officially a King Cobra hatchling, all 15 inches of you. Your mother takes a quick look at her wiggly offspring and decides it's time to clock out of motherhood, sliding off into the jungle and leaving you to fend for yourself from day one. You might think a bird or a mammal is your biggest worry right now, but the most immediate, lethal threat is actually slithering right next to you. Your siblings are just as venomous as you are, and they are actively looking for their first meal. At this stage, you completely lack that famous flared hood. To survive hunting in the daylight, you have to rely entirely on your ordinary striped skin to blend seamlessly into the background. You freeze, locking your eyes on a tiny skink. With lightning speed, you lunge. Your fangs sink in, proving that from the very minute you are born, your venom is potent enough to take down prey. To make it out of infancy, you have to constantly evade other cobras while hunting on your own. It sets up a strange reality for your existence. The greatest threat to a king cobra is always another king cobra. Every few weeks, you rub against a rough tree branch and crawl out of your old skin to accommodate your rapid growth. But if we rewind the clock 45 million years, your ancestors didn't look like royalty at all. They were standard, unhooded elapids. Elapids are a family of venomous snakes characterized by their hollow, permanently erect fangs. Back in prehistoric Asia, toxicity alone offered no unique defensive advantage. Almost every rival snake in the neighborhood possessed venom, meaning your ancestors needed a different way to stand out and survive. This diagram shows the specific adaptation that solved their problem. Notice the specialized neck muscles, the levator costae, allowing the snake to independently flare its upper ribs outward. By fanning out those ribs, the snake creates an optical illusion, appearing massively wider and more intimidating. That iconic hood serves a highly practical purpose. It is a 20-million-year-old psychological weapon, engineered specifically to scare off threats and end fights before they even begin. While other snakes lazily wait to ambush their prey, you take a completely different approach. You actively track targets across long distances in broad daylight. This diagram illustrates exactly how you hunt. You use specialized chemoreceptors on your forked tongue to literally taste invisible trails. Chemoreceptors are sensory cells that detect chemical stimuli in the environment and translate them into signals for the brain. Once you catch up to your target, your bite delivers a highly specific chemical cocktail. The venom induces severe, lava-like pain and is specifically formulated to paralyze the nervous systems of other reptiles. You combine long-distance chemical tracking with reptile-specific venom. The result is a biological machine perfectly engineered to hunt and eliminate other snakes. By the time you reach 18 feet in length, you stop wandering. You claim a permanent territory in the jungle and fiercely defend its borders from any intruders. When mating season arrives, rival males abandon their lethal venom. Instead, they engage in a non-lethal wrestling match, trying to pin each other to the ground to prove their dominance to a watching female. If you are the female, your biology shifts dramatically after mating. You physically gather leaves and debris to construct a nest, a behavior entirely unique to your species among all snakes. Once the 30 to 50 eggs are laid, you begin a brutal 70-day starvation period. You completely shut down your hunting instincts and relentlessly guard the nest without a single break. Even the act of creating new life requires extreme physical deprivation and isolation. It reinforces exactly how solitary a king cobra's existence truly is. You reach your 20th birthday, and your body stops running like a well-oiled machine. The shedding process, once smooth and efficient, becomes broken and patchy as old skin stubbornly clings to your body. Your internal physiology begins to fail. Your once vibrant scales look dull, your reflexes slow down, and your venom glands suffer a critical drop in production. Then you sense a chemical trail approaching your territory. It's a younger, perfectly optimized king cobra, and it has tracked you with clear predatory intent. You muster whatever strength you have left for a final, desperate confrontation. You flick your tail and hiss, but your failing biology is entirely outmatched by the speed and energy of your rival. You strike, but he easily dodges the attack. You fail to evade the counterstrike, receiving a massive, paralyzing dose of venom deep into your scales. Evolution built the king cobra to hunt its own kind so perfectly that its unavoidable fate is to be consumed by a younger version of itself. In the end,